Joining us are two men who've worked at the highest levels of politics. Terry McAuliffe is former chair of the Democratic Party and one of Bill Clinton's closest friends. Karl Rove was a senior advisor to former President George W. Bush. Gentlemen, welcome back to Fox News Sunday. Let me start by playing a clip from my interview in the Oval Office with President Obama in February, and then some of Anita Dunn's remarks last Sunday. Let's watch.
I don't always get my most favorable coverage on Fox, but I think that's part of how democracy is supposed to work. You know, we're not supposed to all be in lockstep here, and you've always been very gracious to me. And
the reality of it is that Fox News often operates almost as either the research arm or the communications arm of the Republican Party.
Karl, you're not in the meetings in this White House, but best guess, why the dramatic change in strategy?
Look, I think this White House is dominated by Chicago-style politics. So if you don't like the questions that are being asked by the Major Garrett or Wendell Glover or Chris Wallace, then you try and demonize Fox News. If you don't like what the Chamber of Commerce is doing in opposing health care reform, you go out and you start telling CEOs to pull out of the chamber. If you don't like, if you don't like a Democrat, a wayward Democrat, voting against the stimulus bill, then you have the President of the United States and the House Democratic Caucus meeting say to him in public, "Don't think we aren't keeping score, buddy." So this is demeaning to the White House and unnecessary.
Terry, why do you think, I mean, those two clips are pretty dramatic. Why do you think that Fox News was, quote, part of how democracy is supposed to work a few months ago, and now we're the opposition?
Well, I think clearly President Obama has said he's been on the show, he'll come back on Fox. He said that, Anita said that later in the interview. But there are some issues. I mean, listen, we're talking about a huge issue, health care reform. And I think people were annoyed that Fox was the only broadcast station that did not broadcast his speech in front of the United States Congress. You had some crazy show on about how to learn to dance. I think that was very problematic. I thought that was a very crazy decision, whoever made that decision. It's a very important issue. If you look at the cry-ons on Fox News, they're talking points from the Republican National Committee. You have Glenn Beck, who was one of your big opinion leaders on Fox, went on the morning show, a news show, and actually called President Obama a racist. There is no place for that. So President Obama is going to talk to all the networks. He's going to go out there. He loves competition. He loves to be engaged in the battle. But he's got to deal first with those folks who are going to give him a fair hearing on health care.
Well, look, Fox News carried the president's speech to Congress. It was Fox, the entertainment channel. So Anita Dunn was not attacking Fox, the entertainment channel. They were attacking Fox News. And look, there are lots of objectionable things said on MSNBC and NBC and cable channels and CNN for every president, for him or against it. And that ought not to be the standard by which a White House determines whether or not it's going to demonize a news channel as an enemy. And they called it an enemy, a White House enemy. That is over-the-top language. We heard that before from Richard Nixon. And we have this White House prone to that kind of attitude. And it's not helpful. It's demeaning to the president. If the president of the United States should not be picking out enemies in the media like that and personalizing it and allowing his people to personalize it as well.